Welcome to the 2021 DCA. We'd like to invite you to 2 days of fun and plenty of games. We'd like to invite you to come early to the venue, and we'll celebrate in the evening with a cocktail, where you'll be able to remake acquaintances and also reminisce on the experiences you've had during the course of the year from the past district conference that we've had. We will be able to prepare ourselves for the start of the district conference. During the first day, we will have a lot of interesting speakers, a lot of breakout sessions that will help to deepen our knowledge of Rotary, but also deepen our knowledge in leadership and deepen our knowledge in the areas of service that we do as Rotarians on a day-in, day-out basis. Then in the evening, join us in a dinner in the wild. It will be an experience that you will never have had before. It will be under the starlight, under the moonlight, with plenty of log fires, surrounded by nature. That is a dinner that we call Out of Africa. On the second day, we welcome you to the district assembly. This is where we talk matters Rotary, we talk matters official, and we also unveil who the new leaders of Rotary are on that day. And then we'll cap our district conference and assembly by having a black tie dinner. And then we will be in resplendent costume in a resplendent surrounding as we cap the 2 days of Rotary that we will all have achieved. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you at the DCA.
This is the end of my Rotary year. It ends this June. And basically the President is just to guide and lead the efforts of members towards providing service, which is what Rotary is all about. One of the challenges, and I think that was one of my greatest fears when starting, was how do you lead volunteers, people who you cannot actually command, and get them to deliver what you're trying to deliver within your Rotary year. What I've learned is that already when members are coming to Rotary, they are ready to serve. When the year started, we basically came up with 4 goals. More service, and that was basically to do more projects and to increase the size of the projects that we do. The other one was more giving. We give more because Rotary is all about giving. The other one was around membership growth and participation in the club activities. And lastly was fellowship. That is, and the intention was that we must have fun while doing all these things. We were targeting to do about 7 to 8 projects. I think we've been able to complete about 6. And the others is due to the interruptions that have come about around this pandemic. Also, to be able to do bigger projects, we have initiated grant applications. The second goal of more giving. The third one was membership, and that was membership growth. We had targeted a growth of about 25, but we got an additional 10 members during the year, which is okay. One of the initiatives we came up with committees and trying to make that the committees work and that people feel they are contributing by working through committees. I think we've had successes, and although mixed successes, some committees have come out very strongly and they have worked very well. Others have struggled. And lastly was fun in fellowship. And fun in fellowship, personally, I don't know about the members, but I've had fun. It has been a very fun and eventful year. One of the things that we managed to do in the year was to brand the club. Actually, the brand logo came out, and that members approved was fun in service. And I think it captures what Langata is all about. For the club to be able to function in its structure, and those are some of the things we've been setting up. So I would encourage the incoming board to continue reinforcing those structures, like the committees, make them work. As you carry out your annual plans and all that kind of thing, make sure you drag your membership along. Do not be driven by goals and forget that these goals are achieved by the members. Yeah. I've learned a lot about leadership, and especially leading people who are leaders in their own capacity. It has made me a better person, and these skills, it's not skills you can go to a training school to learn. It's a mark in my life journey that I'll always cherish, that I had that opportunity to do that. I've really enjoyed my presidency, and I can attribute it to the role that the board has played. All you have to do is ask, they do it. Others, you find they've already done what you want them to do even before you have asked. So I'm really grateful to the board. And lastly, I'm really grateful to the support that the family has given me, because Rotary takes a lot of time. So the family must also understand that there's this role you're playing, and they have also been very supportive.
Lotto Foundation in conjunction with the Rotary Club of Langata kupatia watu wa Munyumu a primary school. This is the first primary school in this village. So next year, ile kwa sababu hii ni public school, tulipoenda kwa ministry ya education kuomba barua ya tuliambiwa kwamba lazima hii shule izaliwe na the nearest school ambayo iko hapa. That is, hiyo ndio ile njia tunaweza pata walimu wa TSA. Kwa hivyo deputy principal of Chani Primary School ndio amekuja na watoto. Kwa hivyo next year tuko na uhakika tutapata mwalimu wa TSA ambaye atakuwa ametoka Chani ndio atakuja kuanzisha shule hapa. And even leo tulikuwa na watu wa education walikuwa wanakuja. Walitupatia barua. We are still waiting for them. But they've come, wame-inspect shule, wamesema it's okay. So it is from next year, our watoto kutoka standard 1. Nataka watoto kutoka standard 1 waanze kufanya nini? Waanze hapa. Sasa kila mwaka tuende tukiendelea mpaka tufike standard 8.
Yangu ni kusema asante sana kwa Rotary Club. Umefanya kazi nzuri na sisi pesa zile ambazo mlikupatia hata nyinyi mnaziona. Kwa hivyo naomba mwaka ujao.
Thank you very much, Past President Muli. Thank you very much, Councillor. First of all, we're very happy to see what we are witnessing here. It's an effort that comes about from partnership, and it's a partnership between the Rotary Club of Langata and the Loto Foundation. We all connect to help communities. Sasa ndivyo tulifanya connect tukakuja hapa.
I also want to thank, of course, the Loto Foundation for supporting us, and also to appeal for more support. Obviously, one classroom does not make a school. I also want to ask our members to recognize that this is the first step, obviously, so we need to think how we finish this job. We cannot do one classroom and run away. So that we start with these children, because the whole point is not with the classrooms. What we want to deliver is education.
When you play lotto, a percentage of the money goes to the foundation. So the foundation doesn't get money toka mahali popote. Inapata toka huyu mzee ni lema. Hao ndio wamejenga. Na ni washindi kwa sababu huyu mzee amecheza, yule mama amecheza na huyu. Tuendelee kucheza lotto ndio classroom.
What we'll do from here is we will go straight. I think Past President Muli is going to lead us to where the water tanks are, so that we can be able to see what the other projects are that also Loto supported as well. So there are 3 tanks. One tank is supposed to support about 200 homes. The water that you saw at the well can support up to 5,000 homes. And so it's still a project going on.
The Rotary Club of Langata has been involved in this project for the last 7 years. We started off with a community water borehole. I think we did that in 2011. And then we upgraded that to to distribution. So after the borehole, there was water in one point, but we wanted to take it to the homes or to water kiosks closer to the homes of the villagers. And so we've constructed a couple of water kiosks, which we will go and see later. And community members who can afford have also been able to pipe the water into their homes. So there are some people with running water at home, but there are some people who use community water kiosks, which are barely a few meters from their homes. And that is obviously in contrast to before the project, when they would have to walk literally for kilometers to fetch water. Yeah. After the water project, the community approached us, and that's how the school project came into being. And so they requested for a school. Luckily, we were able to get support from the Loto Foundation, who have sponsored the building of the first classroom, and that's what we are doing here today.
Loto Foundation basically gives back earnings that are played in the lottery to communities. And at Lotto we say everybody wins. So we focus on 4 different areas: health, education, water and sanitation, and sports.
Mimi nafurahia sana kabisa. Mimi nilikuwa naenda shule mbali. Nimefurahia sana.
Na Rotary mimi nashukuru sana. Na mimi nawaambia wakitaka kujenga klasi nyingine, mimi nitawapatia sehemu ya mawe niko na Kwale, na hao walipe hawa mapundi yenye kutoa mawe. Wakitaka shamba mimi naweza ongeza hawa, kwa maana shule ni mimi nataka shule ili watoto wasome.
Shule inaendelea vizuri, na mwaka ujao tunatarajia tuwe na standard 1. Hii maji inatusaidia, maanake iko maji inapanda huko juu na iko maji ingine inapanda huko chini, na kwa wakati huu sisi tumeweka tangi kama 3 hivyo, ile inasaidia watu wa huko chini.
There's no one there to hold your hand or warm your heart. It feels like you're a drop in the middle of the ocean, and everything all around you is like quicksand. But I'm here to let you know, through this process you will grow, because it's something we all undergo. I'm here for you. Here's my shoulder. Yeah. You're my brother. You're my sister. Lean on me. Here's my shoulder. Here's my shoulder. Yeah. You're my brother. You're my sister. Lean on me. Here's my shoulder. Here's my shoulder. Yeah. You're my brother. You're my sister. Lean on me. Here's my shoulder. You can lean on me. You're my sister. Lean on me. You're my brother, you're my sister. You're my brother, you're my sister. You're my brother, you can lean on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're my sister. You're my sister. You're all that lean on. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're my sister. You're my sister. You're all that lean on. You're my brother, you're my sister. You're my brother, you're my sister. You're my brother, you can lean on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're my sister. You're my sister. You're all that lean on.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Nick. How are you? How was your day? Welcome home.
You're sharing today.
No, I'm guarding, providing security.
Oh, you're guarding.
Yes.
Good day.
Start.
let's all be upstanding, please. Family and friends of Rotary, good evening. Today it's a special, special day. It's our first physical and virtual meeting, and it gives me great pleasure to invite you all to our 11th meeting this year. We will start our meeting with the national anthem. So can we all stand at attention? The people at home, karibuni sana. With the people who are joining us virtually, a warm welcome. We're here with at least 25 people. So karibuni sana. So can we please have the national anthem, tafadhali? Thank you very much. I think we can all be I want to call Solikuta to give us the Rotary Grace. Please get hold of the microphone, tafadhali.
O God, giver of all good things, we come before you this evening, praying that you may light our paths, give us strength and wisdom, that we may serve you all the days of our lives.
Amen. And I would like to call on Rotarian Christian Ogola. You can get hold of this microphone. You can remove it from the stand and give us the four-way test.
Good evening. The Rotary four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
So thank you very much. May we all charge our glasses. If you don't have a cup or glass in front of you, please put your right hand across your chest. And this is to the President of the Republic of Kenya. You may be seated. So, fellow Rotarians, guests, those here with us physically, and those who have joined us virtually, a very warm welcome once again to the Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata Fellowship. It gives me great pleasure, and I'm very excited because today, as a family of Rotary, of the Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata, we are going to grow by additional members, and I'm very, very excited that we're starting the year that way. So without further ado, I'd like to call on those who are giving us announcements. I have Wamboi Sinju, I think online. Wamboi Sinju. Rotarian Wamboi Sinju. Are you there? Please unmute yourself, Wamboi, and speak.
Good evening, Madam President.
Good evening, Wamboi.
My announcement is very brief this evening. We are looking forward to launching the mentorship program between ourselves, Rotary Club of Langata, and our Rotaractors. And on that note, we will be posting the Google form for Rotarians to sign up to volunteer to be mentors. I will post it on the notice board immediately after this announcement. Please sign up so that the mentorship can be successful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Wamboi Sinju. That's our New Generations Director. I would like to call on Captain Rotarian Alex of the Family of Rotary Committee to give us his announcements. Alex, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Madam President. Friends and family of Rotary, on behalf of the family of Rotary, I'd like to invite you for a hike on the 19th of this month. Will be to Mount Longonot. The hike is open to anyone, friends, family, members, any guests. And it's just to get together to celebrate life, to hopefully get to know the new inductees. So I urge the new inductees to kindly join us in the hike. The costs involved will be 1,600. That'll include transport to Longonot and back, as well as the entry fees into the park. The flyer, I think, has been shared on the group, so feel free to contact me if you need any more details. And there's a separate WhatsApp group that I can add you as well for more details.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Captain Alex. Just a few house rules. If you're joining us virtually, please do mute your mic when you're not speaking, and remember to turn it on when you're speaking. Please do turn on your camera as well when you're speaking, so at least we can see who you are. And we can also see your face. And then please, for all visiting Rotarians, please do use the chat box that you have there to tell us your name, your classification, and your club. And for all our guests, also use the chat box to tell us your name and who invited you for our meeting. And once again, a very, very warm welcome to you. At this particular point, I would like to invite our Assistant Governor, AG Dan Awendo, to at least say hello to us and to introduce himself. Dan?
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Sarah. My name is Dan Awendo. I'm currently the Assistant Governor for this club and 3 other clubs close by, Parklands, Nairobi North, and Lavington. I'm excited to be here today. This is my very first official representation as an AG to induct new members. So I'm excited that this is that you've chosen for me to do this today, and I hope that these new members will make sure that our name continues to ride high as Nairobi Langata. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our AG. I'd also like to call, I think I forgot, Rotarian Barry, who had an announcement. Barry, please do go ahead and give us your announcement.
Thank you, Madam President, friends and family of Rotary. Good evening. My announcement is a reminder to all Rotarians to please share your proposals. We had made a call for proposal for homegrown projects. I've spoken to a few members on the side who needed some information and help on how to fill the form. So please share with us what projects you have in mind, something we can plug in on. And at the end of the meeting, I'll also share, repost the criteria and the requirements for the homegrown projects. Thank you, Madam President. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Berry. That is our projects director. And I would really like to thank our Assistant Governor, Dan Awendo, for being here with us today. We are very excited and we're very fortunate to have you as our Assistant Governor, so we are very grateful to you, Dan. I don't know if there's any other announcement. Is anyone raising their hand on the virtual platform? If we have any visiting Rotarians who have an announcement? None? Okay. So I would also like to take this opportunity to ask our District Governor-elect, Alex Nyaga, who's here with us physically, to also say hello. You can.
Good evening, my friends and family of Rotary. This is an epic moment for inductions that are happening this evening for our new members in the Rotary Club of Langata. And we're still remaining steadfast in providing leadership within this district as the leading club with the largest numbers of dedicated Rotarians. Thank you, and I look forward to this fellowship.
Thank you very much, our District Governor-elect, Alex Nyaga. So we are all here for a very special event, and that is to induct our new Rotarians into the family of the Rotary Club of Langata. So without further ado, I would like to now move over to our induction ceremony, and I'd like to invite our Membership Director, Sheila Cox, to come and take us into the next phase.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Our DG Alex, AG Dana Wendo, karibuni nyumbani. It's exciting to see you when we are inducting new members. Friends and family of Rotary, good evening. This is a special occasion for us. The reason why I'm saying it's special is because we are the largest club in the district, and we are at a number of 112. And we are adding that number again to just reconfirm that we'll remain the largest number in the district. Tonight we are inducting five members, five people, 4 ladies and 1 gentleman. This means by the end of this induction, our number will grow to 117. This number is very special for one reason. I am a Christian. This number has been mentioned once in the Bible. Oscar, please confirm that. Our sergeant can confirm that. Secondly, if you Google the number 117, it has a significant meaning. And I'll read for you. 117 number signifies compassion and helping others. What does that mean for us? That is our Rotary theme. We are here to help others. So that means that this is our greatest year, and this is our greatest month. So without further ado, AG Dan and President Sarah, I'd like to confirm 4 things about the inductees that are in front of us. First of all, I'd like to confirm that they have attended and met all our requirements. For you to be inducted into Rotary Club of Langata, we expect you to have attended 12 minimum meetings, and I confirm that they have done so. They have attended 1 project and 1 social event. My attendance person is here. She can confirm that. The other second thing I'd like to confirm is that the 5 members today have been vetted by the membership committee. I have a committee of 11 members who have vetted the five people you're seeing today, and they have confirmed to me that they are qualified to be inducted. The last thing that I have confirmed is that they have paid up their Rotary dues, and my treasurer is here. He can confirm. The 5 have paid their treasury dues. With those 4 confirmations, I confirm that they are ready to be inducted. And lastly, that none of them have been forced to join our club. We have had one-on-one discussion with them, and they have confirmed they have not been coerced to join this club. They have confirmed they are ready to be inducted. Straight, I'll go to the induction. This confirms to you that we are planting a good seed in the club. So the 5 you are seeing here tonight are a good seed to this club. Without further ado, I'll introduce them one by one. I'll introduce them alphabetically. Kindly be upstanding when I mention your name. Our first inductee for the night is Elizabeth Wambui. Elizabeth Wambui's sponsor is Josephat Wagura. Kindly be upstanding. A big hearty clap for her. Thank you. The second is Gladys Njoki. Gladys Njoki's sponsor is Soli Kiluta. Kindly stand. The only gentleman who's been inducted tonight is Ken Kiptanui. Guess the sponsor? Myself, Sheila Cox. Our 4th inductee tonight is Mary Ann Mumbi. Their sponsor is a very special person. They are already standing before I mention their name, DG Alex. Our last inductee tonight is Mary Ngesa. Rosemary Ngesa, sorry for that. Her sponsor is Past President AAA. Let's have a seat. Thank you, Madam President. Over back to you.
Thank you very much. I think at this particular point, I would like to invite our AG Dana Wendo to go ahead with the rest of the proceedings.
Okay. Now, First of all, before I get into the induction, I just want to say two things. Firstly, Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata is the largest club in the district. You're number one in membership. You should be number one in everything else. So really, there is a big challenge on your leadership for you to showcase where the district is going. And I'm glad that Alex, DGE Alex, is going to be taking over reins next year, because I think that there's an opportunity for RC Nairobi Langata to really shine across the district because of you. Secondly, as you can tell, I don't know what's happening to our men. We seem to be having boy-child problems even in Rotary. Unfortunately, this is a problem that is not just in RC Langata, but also in the rest of the district. In my own club, the coolest club in town, we seem to be inducting only ladies. And I think there's a big challenge for us to think about that. And again, I look to you, DG Alex, on how we can try and tilt this curve. Because that curve, I think, when it goes too much, it's going to be a problem. I think we need to maintain a very good balance so that Rotary in the district continues to grow. Having said that, I now want to go into the induction process. The induction process of Rotarians is a serious matter because it's a serious decision that you, ladies and gentlemen, are making. So I would like to request that we be attentive and that we stop all the fidgeting for us to be able to do this. Why I'm saying it's serious, generally I speak without reading notes, but this, because of how serious it is, it's important that I capture every note that I had written to make this as special a day as it's supposed to be. I would like to ask the sponsors also to stand. At this juncture, I would like to request that the video on the introductions of the various inductees be played.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken Kiptanui. I'm an editor. I come from Eldoret. I'm a father of two lovely babies, a boy and a girl. I've been an editor for the past 10 years, working both in the private and public sector now. And while at it, I've been exposed to a couple of things that I love to do. For example, I love to do photography. I love to be part of the communications team. I'm involved in knowledge management where I work right now, and a couple of other things including events management and CSR activities. And on that note is how I want to be part of this great amazing team at Langata Rotary. I've met some amazing people. I've seen the kind of work Rotary Langata is doing, and I'm impressed, and I quite much resonate with the theme, the unlimited fun in service. So yeah, looking forward to working, to offering part of my skills to assist to achieve some of these great dreams. See you around soon, and thank you very much.
My name is Marianne Mumbi, and I am an experiential marketer and professional photographer. I'm very, very excited to be joining Rotary, and even more excited to be joining the family of the Rotary Club of Langata. I'm an only child. My personality type is ENTP. I'm a farm mommy, to a Shih Tzu Terrier, 1-year-old. I love traveling. It's my #1 passion. Bummed out I can't do it during COVID, but I'm hoping that changes soon. I'm a foodie. You'll find me in a restaurant or in my kitchen trying to whip up something. And because I love hosting, it's my favorite place in the house. Yes, so thank you so much. If you'd like to know more, please, I love talking to people. So please ask and I will always tell you. I'd love to meet as many people as possible and to interact with each and every person in the club. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miss Elizabeth Wambui. Just discovered minimalist living that I'm trying to adapt to. Last year, I began a new path in my career as a lawyer and a mediator. I enjoy road trips, motor events, and yoga for fun. I have a passion for legal justice, especially criminal justice for young adults and underage. I'm so happy to be finally joining the club. Thank you.
My name is Rosemary Ngesa. I am married. I have 3 adult children. I work in HR, where I coordinate employee assistance programs and occupational health and safety. I am also a counseling psychologist, and my strength is in chemical dependency and family issues. My hobbies are swimming. I love reading. I love watching movies, especially true stories. And I love needlework. I joined Rotary because I want to get involved in the programs that help the needy and give back to the community, which I know I will be able to do fulfillingly and satisfactorily here. I started attending meetings in Nairobi Club and Royal Golf Club. And I must say, I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the fellowships. I enjoyed the swallowships. And I'm really looking forward to getting my pin. And I'm happy to be part of this large, lively, fun-loving family. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gladys Njoroge, a corporate communications practitioner based in Nairobi. During my free time, you'll find me doing photography, reading, or traveling. I just can't stay still while my country is so beautiful with amazing sights and sceneries to behold. I am happy to be part of the Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata and the wider Rotary International community. I look forward to having lots of fun in service.
Forward. Okay, going back to serious matters. Elizabeth Wambui, Gladys Njoki, Ken Kiptanui, Marianne Mumbi, and Rosemary Ngesa. You have been selected by the members of this club to hold active membership under these classifications. Elizabeth, law, is law. Gladys Njoki, Communications, Ken Kiptanui, Communications, Marianne Mombi, Photography, and Rosemary Ngesa as a counselor. The principles, responsibilities, and obligations of Rotary have been explained to you, as has been said before, by your sponsors and by the rest of the members. And you have expressed your willingness to become a Rotarian. No one is eligible to become a Rotarian unless in his or her business or professional life, he or she endeavors to practice the principles of goodwill and service. The members of this club have invited you to join them because they believe you're already actuating these principles. In electing you to membership, we are doing more than taking you into our fellowship. We are making you a trustee with us of Rotary ideals. Knowing you to be a Rotarian, the world will henceforth judge Rotary by your conduct. Wherever you go, Rotary will follow you. Membership in Rotary is an honor and privilege. And every privilege has its corresponding obligations. One of the special obligations of membership is regular attendance at the weekly meetings. You have all attended at least 12 of those meetings. It is a basic method of fulfilling the principle of fellowship as well as a way of representing your vocation. Being busy is not an acceptable excuse to miss meetings because only busy people are eligible for Rotary membership. Every member is expected to perform his or her share of club and community service. And the committees of the club, which I believe you have already been allocated, and if not, I'm sure it will be done immediately, which I believe you have already been allocated, will afford you opportunities to serve. Last, but by no means the least, is our ideal of friendship. In fact, they say Rotary is about fun, family, and friendship. As you expect to receive, so give. It is by giving that we build the opportunity to serve our communities with resources that impacts life and makes life better for humanity. May you be stimulated by the friendship you find here. And may we in return know you to be an added source of energy and strength to the club, especially such a large club which always needs new energy. Now, may we, at least the rest of us, be upstanding, please. You're getting used to leadership, rather. It is my privilege, ladies and gentlemen, an honor to induct these beautiful ladies and this gentleman into the membership of the Rotary Club of Nairobi, Langata. I also have the pleasure in pinning you, which I'm going to do in a short while, the emblem of our worldwide association, the Rotary International. Wear it always with pride. Believe me, it makes much more of a difference than you can imagine right now. So keep it on your lapel at all times. Fellow Rotarians, I present to you the newest Rotarians in the world. Rotarian Elizabeth Wambui, Rotarian Gladys Njoki, Rotarian Ken Kiptanui, Rotarian Marianne Mombi, and Rotarian Rosemary Ngesa. Karibuni sana. I would like to now invite you one by one, together with your sponsors, so that we can pin you. We'll start with Elizabeth Wambui.
So next is Gladys Njoki. The pin, Soli, pin. Thank you. Ken Kiptanui with your sponsor. Well done. Pose. Excellent. Marianne Mombi and DGE Alex. That's cool. And now we have Rosemary Ngesa with PP triple. Yeah. Very good color coordination. Nice. Done? Thank you.
Can I now request that everyone in the room goes and got us these new Rotarians? Gota kwa mbali tu.
And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows. And so say all of us. Hip hip. So, friends and family of Rotary, my fellow Rotarians, a very warm welcome to Elizabeth Wamboi, Gladys Njoki, Ken Kiptanui, Marianne Mombi, and Rosemary Ngesa, who are the newest Rotarians in town. Right? Karibuni sana. All right? So, that's it? All right, cool. So we move on to the next part of our meeting. We can now sit down. All right, we'll move over to the next part of our meeting, which is we have a guest speaker. I'll call upon Rotarian Mona to introduce to us our very special guest speaker this evening. Karibu.
Mic test. Okay. Good evening, family and friends of Rotary. And a special good evening to the newest Rotarians in town, Karibuni Sana. So it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our very own and very lovely Rotarian Winnie Opuch, who's speaking to us on behalf of the Rotary Foundation team. I won't go into great detail about who she is, just a very, very quick highlights. She's a civil engineer by profession. She's an alumna of the University of Nairobi and a member of the Engineers Board of Kenya and the Institute of Engineers of Kenya, so she's not just a pretty face. She works at Nairobi City Water and Sewage Company as a civil engineering officer in the planning, design, and construction sector. She joined the Rotary Club of Langata, Nairobi in June 2018, and she's currently serving as a member of the Rotary Foundation and working towards becoming a Paul Harris Fellow. She is very passionate about giving back to society in whatever small way she can. So please welcome our very own Rotarian Winnie.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Mona, for the wonderful introduction. I'm indeed honored and humbled. This is my first Rotary presentation, and I'm really excited to speak on such a special day where we are having induction of the new members, the newest Rotary members in the world. Congratulations. Madam President, friends and family of Rotary, good evening. As Rotarian Mona has said, my name is Rotarian Winnie Atieno Opuch. My classification is civil engineering, but today I'm not going to talk about civil engineering. Today I'm going to talk about global giving engineering. You've never heard of that, but today we are going to talk about it. So, a story is told of Bill Gates and a newspaper vendor. Bill Gates, one time, when he was being interviewed, he was asked, "Is there anyone who is richer than you?" Bill Gates said, "Yes, I know of one, the newspaper vendor." He went ahead and gave a story. One time he was traveling to New York, and he figured out that he needed to read a newspaper through the journey. So he walked to the lobby, saw a newspaper vendor, picked a newspaper, checked his pocket. He didn't have enough money to buy the newspaper. So he returned the newspaper and walked away. The newspaper vendor called him back and gave him the newspaper for free. He was surprised, but he picked it, thanked him, and left. 3 months down the line, coincidentally, he happened to be in the same airport again. He wanted to read a newspaper, went to the lobby, found the same vendor, picked a newspaper, and again, he didn't have enough money to buy the newspaper. So he returned it and walked away. And the newspaper vendor called him and gave him the newspaper. At first, he resisted, but then later on, he asked him, "Why are you giving me newspapers for free?" So the newspaper vendor told him, "I'm giving you this newspaper from my profits. I'm not going to make any loss by giving you this newspaper." So Bill Gates was surprised, but he just took the newspaper, thanked him, and left. So 19 years passed, and Bill Gates discovered Microsoft, became the richest person in the world, and suddenly he remembers this newspaper vendor. And he decides to look for him and reward him for the help he had given him back then. So he searches for like 1.5 months, and finally, he finds the newspaper vendor. Luckily, as old as he was back then, he was still alive. So he asks him, "Do you know me?" And the vendor tells him, like, "Duh, I know you. You are Bill Gates, the richest man in the world. Who doesn't know you?" And Bill Gates asks him, "Do you remember you once gave me a newspaper for free?" And he tells him, "Oh, yes, I remember. Not just once, but twice." And Bill Gates asked him, "That's exactly why I looked for you. I want to reward you. I want to give you a token for the help you had given me." So Bill Gates expected this newspaper vendor to jump up and laugh it out and be happy that finally at least he's going to be rich. He expected him to ask for a posh house, a posh car, or something just like money-wise, you know. So he was prepared with a package of money for him. But the newspaper vendor gave him a response that really surprised him. The newspaper vendor told him one thing: "I helped you back then when I was just but a poor newspaper vendor. What makes you think that the help you're going to give me now, when you are the richest man in the world, will match the help that I gave you? And it is then that Bill Gates realized that the newspaper vendor was indeed richer than he was. He realized that if a newspaper vendor could sacrifice part of his profits to give him a newspaper for free, can you just imagine the amount of profit that is there in a newspaper? You want to maximize every single sale, but this newspaper vendor managed to just give him a newspaper twice for free. He realized that this newspaper vendor supported him back then. And he asked himself so many questions. Me in my position right now, what is it that I can do to become like this newspaper vendor? It is then that Bill Gates realized that the truly rich people are not necessarily those who have a lot of wealth, but the truly rich people are the people who are rich at heart. So my question for you today, are you rich at heart? Are you able to help someone who is in need and you're in a position to help them? That is what global giving is all about. Helping someone, not necessarily someone you know, a complete stranger who is in need of your help. And I said it's all about global engineering. So I want us to go through a short procedure of how we can become global givers. I want us to go to our phones. I believe everyone has one. Hold your phone. Navigate with me to the Safaricom application. While you're there, go to M-Pesa. Click on your M-Pesa. It will give you several options. Select the option Lipa na M-Pesa. Those who are, go to your pay bill. When you're at the pay bill, slide please. Go to business number. It's projected there. Type in 893180. I'm also doing it with you. That is the business number. Account name, Right Foundation. Are we there? Yeah, amount. I want you to enter 100 bob. $1 only. $1 for now. We are still engineering. Enter the M-Pesa PIN. This is a secret PIN. I won't tell you mine. Yeah, so click OK. And you'll get a message. Are we there? Are we getting this message? Or I'm getting it alone? Yeah, so you'll get message. You'll get a message like 100 bob has been sent to Rotary Club of Langata for account foundation on this date, blah, blah, blah. M-Pesa balance you don't want to know. And that way, you have just engineered yourself to become a global giver. So while we are at that, I want you to hold that thought. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you where that money that you have donated is going to go to and what it's going to do. So that brings us back to Rotary. Rotary is a global organization where people unite. Slide, please. Rotary is a global organization where people unite to take action to create a lasting change globally within their communities and in themselves. We have about 1.2 million members in Rotary and over 35,000 clubs within Rotary. And the mission, vision, and the object of Rotary, I won't go through it, but you can see it in the My Rotary or Rotary website. And the principal motto for Rotary is service above self. Rotary Foundation. What is Rotary Foundation? Rotary Foundation is a non-profit corporation that supports the efforts of Rotary International to achieve world understanding and peace through international humanitarian, educational, and cultural exchange programs. It is supported solely by voluntary contributions from Rotarians and friends of the foundation who share its vision of a better world. The mission of the Rotary Foundation is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through improvement of health, support of education, and poverty alleviation. Next slide. So I don't know if you are still holding that thought or you let it drop, but the money that you and I just donated to the Rotary Foundation goes into these main areas of focus. The money that you and I have just donated is going to be used somewhere. It's going to be used somewhere in Sudan to create peace and conflict resolution. The money that you and I have just donated is going to go into the Rotary Foundation and is going to be used somewhere in Kapenguria to build a hospital that is going to help a child who is sick to access better health care. The money that you and I have just donated is going to be used somewhere to eradicate polio. And we are so happy that the world came through for Africa. The world came through for us and helped us to at least eradicate 99% of the polio cases. And it is through this giving that we are able to achieve all this. The money that you and I have just donated is going to go somewhere in Turkana to construct a borehole that is going to be used to supply water. Can you imagine going without water even for a single day? And the money, as little as 100 bob that you and I have just contributed, is going to go to one main pool, is going to be multiplied by the foundation, and is going to be able to give someone water. Can you imagine how beautiful that feeling is? Knowing that you have helped someone. The money that you and I have just donated is going to help a pregnant woman somewhere in India to access better health care for her and her child. The money that you and I have just donated is going to make a difference in someone's life. It's going to construct a school like the one that we constructed in Uhola. It's going to construct a school somewhere in Asia to help a child access better education. This money is going to build several Bill Gates who we don't know of yet. And it is through this joint effort that what you and I are willing to give is going to make an impact. The money that we have contributed is going to help someone somewhere be economically empowered to be able to run a business and stand on their feet and stand on their own without having someone to exploit them to make money. Think about the impact that this is going to have in the society. That is what we donate towards to. The Rotary Foundation focuses on those 6 main areas of focus that I've just talked about. So how else can we support the Rotary Foundation? There are 4 ways in which we can support the Rotary Foundation. We have the annual fund, the Polio Plus fund, the endowment fund, and the term gift. The annual fund, this is the principal source of income for the Rotary Foundation. The money that is contributed towards the annual fund goes to the district, the money is invested, and we are able to generate back revenue from it, and we are able to invest it in projects which have long-lasting impacts. We have the Polio Plus Fund. Polio Plus Funds, this is money that is donated directly and specifically for just polio eradication. And as I've just said, through these donations, we have been able to eradicate at least 99% of polio cases. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Yes, it is. We have the endowment fund. This is the fund that is invested in the foundation like permanently, and we cannot access most of it for projects. We can only access about 50% of it. It's the money that sustains the foundation. So when you donate towards the endowment fund, it's going to have a lasting effect on the foundation. We have the term global grant gift. This is the money that is donated towards a specific area of focus. I can decide to donate money towards water and sanitation because I'm passionate about water and sanitation. I'm a civil engineer, specifically underwater engineering. So if I donate money towards water and sanitation, I get to choose what exactly I want this money to do and how I want it to make an impact in the world. So these are the several ways in which you can support the foundation and get its programs running. So like I said, through the annual fund, we have the district designated fund. These funds go, the funds that we donate go to the district first, the districts invest the money, and the money multiplies, then it comes back to the club, and the club is able to use it for projects. So when the club gets this money, it can get it in two forms, in forms of district grants or global grants. And district grants are used for short-term, small-scale activities that cost at least $2,000, and the global grants are used for international large-scale projects that are between $30,000 to $200,000. So Rotary Foundation has a way of appreciating members that donate towards Rotary Foundation. So we are very, very happy about the sustaining members, and we have sustaining members who sustain this great club of Langata, and we appreciate every sustaining member, we appreciate every benefactor, we appreciate the Bequest Society, the Paul Harris Fellows, we have the Paul Harris Society members, we have major donors who run the club, they donate towards money that is used to run the foundation, and we are very, very happy and grateful towards all these people. And today I want to urge all of us to aim towards becoming any of these members, like they are projected on your screen. You can see if you want to become a sustaining member, you have to at least donate $100 or more towards the annual fund. And the club is going to recognize you, and the club is going to run, and the projects are going to continue. So I want to speak particularly about the Paul Harris Fellow. The Paul Harris Fellows are members who donate $1,000 or more towards Rotary Foundation through Polio Plus, annual funds, or any approved foundation grants. So members who donate towards becoming Paul Harris Fellows are usually rewarded, and they're given pins which they can wear, which are written Paul Harris Fellows. And at this juncture, I just want to pose a challenge that we have that is going on. Our DG has given us an offer for every member who is able to raise $500. The DG is going to match the $500, and you and I could become the next Paul Harris. So I want to urge all of us to take up this challenge. Can you imagine someone offering to match your contribution? Isn't this a great offer? And today, I want to challenge all of us to take up this challenge. And as I stand here, personally, I have taken the challenge. And the way I've taken the challenge, thank you. The way I've taken the challenge, like I said, I'm an engineer, so Corona is tough, guys, let's be honest. So you have to think of how you can achieve your goals. So I'm just going to show you a quick way in which you can try and achieve this. So I picked up my phone, I flipped through my contacts, and I reached out to 10 of my contacts, and I sold this idea to them. And guess what? At least 4 of them responded, and they responded largely. By largely, I mean that they were able to support me to become a Paul Harris Fellow. They made donations on my name. Yes, they did. They made donations in my name, and I made a small donation in my name, the one that I could afford. Yeah, so I made a small donation, and they were able to top up my donation. And through this, I was able to raise the $500, and through that, hopefully our DG is going to match the donation, and hopefully I know that I'm going to join the Paul Harris Fellow. Yeah, so I want to challenge all of us, the junior Rotarians, please go through your contacts. You may not do it my way, but think of a way in which you can make an impact. At least reach out to someone. And even if you are not able to reach out to someone, I urge you to make small donations. The foundation has given us options in which we can become Paul Harris Fellows, and in which you can make donations, whether cumulatively or partially. You can decide to make small donations towards the club. Through Happy's, we have the option of the pay bill number, and you send whatever little amount you have, and through that, cumulatively, you'll be able to become a Paul Harris Fellow. So I urge all of us to take up this challenge, and even the senior Rotarians, take up this challenge. Approach even organizations if you're not in a position to, and if you're in a position to, what are you waiting for? The time is now. So with that, I just want to share with you what the Rotary Foundation's targets are. Next slide, please. Yeah, so our target is to have this club become a 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club. And by that, it means that every member will have made efforts towards becoming a Paul Harris Fellow. So I urge all of us to take up this challenge and try as much as you can to become a Paul Harris Fellow, so that our club, the biggest club in Nairobi, the biggest club, the largest, the hottest, the coolest, the everything, can be able to stand tall for itself, finance itself, and become great. Guys, we can do this. We can do this. So together, we are going to become this. So next slide, please. I just want to take us through the targets that we have. We have targets as a Rotary Foundation. We have the targets. Sorry, I forgot to mention that in total right now we have 17 Paul Harris Fellows. Between the year 2019 and 2020, we have one major donor who is sustaining our club, and we are working towards adding at least 2 or 3 more, so that we can continue growing and accessing these district funds and making bigger impacts. We have a total of 60 Paul Harris Fellows, and hopefully it's gonna be 61 and more to come. We have 5 Paul Harris Fellows Society members. So we can grow this figure, guys. And the way we can grow these figures is by ensuring that we participate in these projects, we own these projects, we know these projects, so that we are able to get involved. And when you get involved, you're able to get ideas of how you are able to grow. We urge everyone to make donations through the foundation. And like I've said, when you're making a donation, make it through the foundation. Reason being, when you make it through the foundation, it goes to the district, it's invested, it's multiplied, and it comes back when it's bigger, and we're able to access more funds and do bigger projects and make a bigger impact. So I urge you to make donations. I urge you to pull together your networks, or whatever way you can try to make things happen. Just find your way in which you can be able to assist the foundation. So our target for 2020, 2021, I'll go back to that later. Next slide, please. Our target for the year 2020-21 as the Rotary Foundation, we are targeting to raise at least $31,000. Yeah, there you are. We are targeting to raise at least $31,000. So in the year 2018, 2019, 2020, you can see the figures the way they were. As at the year 2019-2020, we had a total of about $21,000 donated in form of Paul Harris, in form of Polio Plus and Annual Fund. And the year 2020, 2021, our target is to raise this figure to at least $31,000. And this is not something that I can do on my own. It is not something that Mona can do on her own. It is not something that Madam President here can do on her own, or our DG, or Antoinette, or Solly, or anyone here. It requires joint venture. Are we promising that we are going to do this? Are we going to do this? Yes. Thank you so much. So it is my prayer that we are going to jointly work together to achieve this target. So I want to take us back to where we started. We started by a ritual, and we are going to finish with a ritual before you ask me questions and answers. So let's go to our ritual. Grab your phones. Grab your phones. Even those online, even though we can't see you, we can donate through those two methods, but the one that we are going to donate through now is through the M-Pesa, but there's also the online donation where you go directly to my Rotary and you make your donation. So right now, I just want to urge all of us, I'm not going to put any figure. It is you to judge and see what your money is going to do and the impact that you are going to create, and donate something that you are comfortable with. I don't want to put pressure on you in your own judgment. Just go to M-Pesa, type that pay bill number, and enter an amount that you are comfortable with. And account name is Foundation. Pay bill number is 893180, and just make a donation. Whatever small amount it is, make a donation. That donation will go a long way to achieve all the areas of focus that we have talked about. Sorry? Yes. Thank you for the reminder, Madam President. This money that you are donating, by the way, it is also going towards your PHF account. And cumulatively, the moment you will hit the $1,000 mark, you will qualify to become a PHF. So kidogo kidogo hujaza kibaba, don't shy away. There's no amount that is too big or too small. Whatever you are willing to donate from your heart. Remember the newspaper vendor. Relate with the newspaper vendor. The little that you think is little is big to someone and will make a long-lasting change, which in Rotary we believe in. So with those few or many remarks, I open the floor to questions and answers. Oh, sorry, there was a video that was supposed to play. Sorry, just the video, then you prepare your questions and answers. Yeah, so that was the video. That was the video, thank you. And I'm advised by Madam President that we are going to take questions and answers online. So if you have any questions, just post them online, and me, together with the Rotary Foundation Committee, we are going to respond to your questions. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing our donations grow. Thank you.
Rotarian Winnie Oput, I have seen another side of you I didn't know. Amazing, amazing presentation. Thank you, Rotarian Winnie, and thank you to the Rotary Foundation team, of course, headed by the director, Dr. Esther. Thank you so much for that presentation. Like Rotarian Winnie has said, please do type in your questions online and we will be able to answer them. We have got the Rotary Foundation Committee that is available online. I just want to beg your indulgence because of time. Since we are physically present here, we all have to be out of here by 8:30 so that we can make it home before curfew. So you'll allow us to just move on. The Rotary Fund, I would just like to say the challenge, we accept the challenge from our AG around, yes, we are the biggest club as a Rotary Club of Langata in terms of numbers. But now we also need to make sure that in every single thing that we do, including giving, that we are the biggest in that regard. So I think we all need to be able to take that challenge to heart and see how we can be able to work on it. As Rotarian Winnie said, as a club, we are all working towards ensuring that we are a full all Rotary Club of Langata members are PHFs. Yeah, so I'd like us all to keep working on that, and remember, during our club assembly, we agreed that any of the happies that we do give goes directly to the foundation, so that will also help each and every one of us to get closer to a PHF. And just not the new PHF, but also being multiple givers. So I'd like to encourage even those who have given. It doesn't stop there. Let's be able to work on giving multiple times. I'd also like to make a very special announcement that in the month of November is a Rotary Foundation month, and we are very lucky and blessed as a Rotary Club of Langata to have the opportunity, and we've managed to secure to be able to host the Rotary Foundation trustee, the trustee chair, Ravindran, who is a Rotary International Foundation trustee, who will be hosting on the 5th of November as our guest speaker. Now, can we clap? So he looks after the Rotary Foundation internationally, so we'll be able as a club to be able to be hosting him. And I want to say a special thank you to Rotarian past President Nick Bore, who has been very passionate about following up on this and making it possible. Now, with that, it comes now even with a bigger challenge. By the time he's coming, he's going to look at our club portfolio to see, as a Rotary Club of Langata, how are we doing in regards to giving to the foundation. All right? So now we have a task in our hands to be able to, as the Rotary Club of Langata members, to see what can we be able to do between now and by the time the Rotary International Trustee Chair comes to our club. All right? By then, I am hoping, and we are working very hard on the sidelines, that we have had one major donor for a very long time as Rotary Club of Langata. By then, we are hoping we can add by at least 2 major donors, yeah, by the time the trustee is coming, and also want to be able to see how many new PHFs we can be able to add, and also how many multiple givers we can be able to add to the club. To our new Rotarians, it starts now. I'll give an example of our Vice President, Abdi. By the time Abdi became a member of this club, he was a PHF, even before he was a member. So you don't have to be a member for for a long period of time. You can actually start before or even immediately you join. So start giving. It doesn't have to be the full $1,000 to become a PHF. Give pole pole, and it adds up. At this particular time, in the interest of time, I would like to hand this over to our Sergeant at Arms to be cognizant of time. Thank you.
Madam President, good evening. It's been such a long time since I stood in front of a meeting room, so I'm kind of nervous. When I first met Winnie earlier in the evening, I could almost picture butterflies on her stomach. But when she stood to speak, my God, I'm reminded of 310, you know, Operation 310, plant your seed. So Winnie, fantastic job. You should do this more often. You know your stuff, and the moment you know your stuff, it's much easier to talk about. Yeah. So, but let me tell you about my friend. You told me about Bill Gates. So I'll tell you about my friend, a Canadian. So last week I told you what he did when he went back home. So before he came back, he also went to an asylum. So there's a new test. How many of you have seen a bathtub? By a show of hands, a bathtub. So you've all seen a bathtub. So there's a new test to test how sane we all are. So he went to this asylum and he was told the new test, which is being run in 2020, they fill the bathtub with water and then they give you 3 things. They ask you to choose one to empty the bathtub. One is a teacup, the other one is a teaspoon, and a bucket. And then they ask you, what are you going to choose? So before you shout out loud, let me just pick a few examples. What would you pick, Marianne, to empty the bathtub? You have a teaspoon, teacup, and a bucket. Okay. Engineers? You guys should be choosing a room near the window. A sane person, yes. What would you choose? Your work is to empty the bathtub. Exactly. So you guys choose a room near the window. So now, that was a very good evening. So today we had agreed there was no person who was meant to wear black. So if you know you're wearing something black, 100 shillings, starting with Abdi. I know no. In fact, my director, you've donated $2,000 Rotary Foundation. Let's give a clap to Abdi. He is exempt from the fine. Christian Ogola, you cannot hide behind Marianne and expect not to be seen. You're so dark. Yes. It's blue. That's no wonder I didn't find you. Christian Ogola, 100 shillings for wearing black. So like she said, all our contributions for Happy, so no fines today. It's been a good day. All our contributions for Happy are going towards your PHF as a running contribution until you get to $1,000. So I'm going to open it up to people in the room. If you're happy, before we get to the guys who are online, we are cognizant of time, so I'm only going to do this for the next 5 minutes. Anyone who wants to be happy today? Starting from those in the room tonight. Before we get to Madam President's 4-part happy. Alex, use him.
My $20 happy to each and every new member of the Rotary Club of Langata who just joined this evening. And to Winnie, my committee member who served together in the foundation team, for delivering such an inspiring talk to all of us.
Anyone else who wants to do a happy?
Let me remove the mic. Pass the mic round, down the room. My happy sergeant today is for, it's on. My happy sergeant today is for the new Rotarians. Welcome to the family of Rotary and welcome to the Rotary Club of Langata. Special welcome to Rosemary, who's been my guest. We met in a very interesting way, but I'm really happy to see that you're finally joining the family of Rotary. Winnie, your talent is not in engineering, so please. Yeah, if you want to quit your day job, it's fine. You can quit your day job, but thank you for such a really, really awesome talk and for making the foundation very exciting. Thank you.
So my happy is number 1 to the new Rotarians, Karibuni Sana. My second is to Winnie. That was a really inspiring talk, and I'm coming to the Church of Winnie for sure. And my third is actually to say thank you that there are no fines today.
My $10 happy is first to the new Rotarians and special to Elizabeth. I met Elizabeth at Rotary Club of Magharibi, and she told me she would like to join Rotary Club of Langata, and she does not know anybody. Could I introduce her to Langata? And that's what I did. And finally, to Winnie, well done.
Madam President, fellow Rotarians, good evening. My happy, two-part happy. One to our speaker, Winnie, well done for a good job talk. I'll join your church. Second, to our very new guests, our new members, sorry. We are so happy to have you as part of this club. I look forward to checking your attendance every Thursday.
Family and friends of Rotary, good evening. Today I'm happy because I think the last induction that happened, I was part of it. So today I had to come and witness another batch of inductees coming in. And it's great to have you guys on board. For our speaker, Winnie, I've seen you working your magic today. There was test 1, test 2. And I've seen it takes good preparation to articulate. And thank you for making the foundation fun. Thank you.
DGE, AG, Madam President, family and friends of Rotary, good evening. I mean, it's not easy to have so many happiness lumped up into one evening. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to our new Rotarians. Welcome to the family of Rotary Club of Langata. It's an experience that you're really going to enjoy. I can assure you that you've made the best decision, and that will be validated in the future. So that's my first happiness. The second one is Winnie. Thank you very much. Rotary Foundation is actually one of the major reasons as to why I joined Rotary. As Madam President said, I actually was a PHF before I got that pin, and I intend to continue to give to the Rotary Foundation. So anything to do with the Rotary Foundation always excites me. And thank you very much for making it fun and delivering a very good speech. My third happiness goes to AG. Dan, welcome to Rotary Club of Langata. You are one of us, and whenever we see you, we are always happy. And we know that you'll always be there for this club, and whenever you come, you always feel at home. My fourth happy and last one, Sheila Cox. Thank you very much for putting this together with your team. This is very lovely. I know it takes a long time, and Sheila has been here from 2. I came an hour later, so I know that the amount of work her, Quinta, and the production team put together with the club is actually good. This is a fantastic setup. We missed this room. Madam President, Angalia Maneno, some of us want to be coming back here. We can be doing this every Thursday, you know. Some can log in and the rest of us can come. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdi. You're also welcome to give a happy. You're Rotarians. Even if you're not Rotarians, if you feel like giving a happy, go ahead.
Wow, it feels good to actually have a chance to speak. Finally, as a Rotarian. Thank you very much. Madam President, DZE, AG, friends and family, I'm very elated to be part of this family from now. And for that reason, and for a couple of people who I have actually asked to join in online to watch, I will give a couple of happies. $10 happy from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, AG, DG, Madam President, all protocols observed, fellow Rotarians, Wow, yes, so I'm happy for fellow Rotarians. I'm happy for myself because I'm very happy today. I'm happy for Sheila for being amazing and yeah, making this whole happen and always following up and updating us and making us feel at home. So thank you so much, Sheila. To another happy for my members, my fellow Rotarian, new Rotarians. Yeah, it's a happy day. And for another happy for Wanjiko at the back. Thank you.
Good evening, family, friends, Madam President, all protocols observed. I am.
Good evening.
Good evening. I am pleased and happy to become a member of the Rotary Club of Langata. Thank you. And I am happy that the club has honored us with such a wonderful ceremony. And I would like to give a couple of shout-outs to some people who have supported me even when I was a guest. They encouraged me. That's Berry Ochieng, Madam President, Soli, Sheila, Janet Kashoya, and Sarah Njoroge. They were like, you're not yet a Rotarian, but you need to learn these things. So I'm grateful. Yeah, thank you.
Rosemary. Rosemary, are you happy? Yes, we need to hear from you.
All protocols observed, family and friends of Rotary. I'm learning, but I know I'll get there. How do you say? I have two happies, no, three happies. One to my sponsor, AAA. As she said, we met in a very strange way. One day we will talk about it. My next happy goes to Winnie. When I grow up, I want to be like you. And I just want to say I'm happy also for Sheila and my fellow inductees. It's been a very joyful time, and we're finally there. So I'm looking forward to a greater fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you have something to say, Abdi, before we finish? Yes. Okay.
So, Madam President, friends and family of Rotary, good evening again. It will be such a shame if I say I am not happy. I don't know why I was skipped and I had to fight for my space. So now that I have the microphone, I am very happy today. This is my first Rotary presentation, like I said, and I was very nervous, but I'm happy that most of you came through for me, and the small chit-chats and the hugs despite Corona and everything that you reassured me with gave me courage to do this. My Rotary Foundation members, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emily. Emily really played a big role in helping me get where I was today. So I really thank everyone who assisted me with this. CEO, thank you so much. My second part, happy, goes towards the new inductees. Welcome to the club. I'm happy that you have joined. I'll be on your neck about becoming PHF, so get ready. My next happy goes to all my family members who are currently logged in, my friends who are logged in, and I'm seeing some of them are sending me contributions on my phone, and I'm going to channel them through the Rotary Foundation. So FGs, I've seen your contribution. Timothy, I've seen your contribution. I've seen contributions from so many people asking how they can support. I'll direct you and hopefully induct you to become Rotarians. And all this money, I'm going to channel it to the Rotary Foundation. If I've not mentioned your name, please don't be offended. And my main happy today goes to my 4 main donors. Woo! I am so excited. I reached out to them on Monday, can you imagine? And all of them donated $100 to me. So I want to thank you so much. My mother, Catherine Okoth. I want to thank Senator Moses Kajwang. I want to thank Sam Odongo. I want to thank Ben for your contributions towards me becoming a PHF. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate, and I hope you will join Rotary so that the biggest club can continue going big. Thank you.
Winnie, I see you have talent in becoming a politician.
Thank you,
Madam
Sergeant.
Director.
Let me give a quick happy. My happy goes to the new inductees. I'm so happy for you, Karibuni. 2 years ago, same date, same month, I was inducted to RCL. And what a gift. Thank you.
So no more happies to our Kizito, then Madam President.
Okay.
Thank you.
For me, I'll slide my quick happies in there. AG, thank you for actually coming to the club. And the new inductees, welcome to the club. Winnie, that was excellent. So look forward to hearing more of you. In fact, we may have to start a church in here. Thank you.
Thank you. 10 happy dollars. First of all, I really want to appreciate the invite, Madam President, to come and officiate this. This is my first official process, actually, since I became AG, so I'm really excited that it happened at RC Langata. Obviously, DGE, good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to be in the same room as you. And the new inductees, you're most welcome to Rotary. Please take advantage, and I'm using that word very, very deliberately. Take advantage of Rotary, because the advantage is in fact yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our AG. I have, as usual, several part happy, as usual. My first happy goes to our newest Rotarians, my fellow Rotarians. Karibuni sana to the family of Rotary, of the Rotary Club of Langata. Elizabeth, Rotarian Gladys, Rotarian Ken, Rotarian Marianne, Rotarian Rosemary. Now you have that title. Karibuni sana to Rotary. To our AG, who has been so amazing and so supportive of us as a club. Thank you. To the membership committee, headed by Sheila Cox. Sheila, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for this, and thank your and I also want to thank the rest of the membership committee for the great and hard work that you have done. And may we continue to grow as well as retain and strengthen our membership. And my last happy goes to the biggest Rotary club in the district, the Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata. I just want to thank each and every one of you for being just great. Yani, Langata is just an amazing family. I just want to thank each and every one of you. And please feel free to reach out to the new members and make them feel welcome. Call them for a drink, call for them for tea, get to know them better. They're the newest ones. We have interacted through the virtual process. So get to know each and every one of them. And when you're called upon, please do show up. All right? So thank you so much. Now, I have a small gift here, small token to our AG. This is a small token of our appreciation as a Rotary Club of Nairobi Langata. Just saying thank you to you for the great support and for always just being awesome. Thank you. All right, a photo. So, we have 1 minute, those who are physically present, to be out of here, to head home and be home before curfew. I just want to say thank you to all Rotarians and guests who have joined us virtually. We know we didn't manage to take your questions. We know we didn't manage to hear from you in regards to happies, but kindly do understand because we are kind of strained on time and we need to get out of here in time to get home before curfew. So in conjunction with the Rotary Club of Nairobi East, the coolest club, the Rotary Club of Madaraka, Rotary Club of Milimani, Rotaract Club of Kenyatta University, Rotaract Club of Gashie, I give you Rotary the world over. Fellowship ends. Fellowship continues at home, and may we get home safely and on time. Thank you very, very much. Oh, there's a cake. Wajiko, we can cut the cake as people round up, the technical team round up. So we have a cake here, which we're going to cut as people pack up to leave. So those who are online, please feel free to be able to carry on discussing and fellowshipping. Quinta will make someone who's online a host, so once we sign off on this side, it doesn't close the meeting. So thank you very much once again. Thank you. All the latest, newest Rotarians, please come, and we cut. Which one? Gosh, which one? We don't have to cut. For they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for they are jolly good. No, that's not a good idea. Jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows. And so say all. Hip hip.
Hip hip.